This is Openline on VOCM.
And we're back on VOCM Open Line. Linda Swain sitting in for Patty Daly. We're going to go now to the MHA for Harbour Grace, Port de Grave. Pam Parsons, hello.
Good morning, Linda. How are you today on this rainy day?
Yeah, I was just looking out through the window. My goodness, it's just like dusk out there.
I know, it's really dark, and it's a good morning to work inside and, of course, listen to the radio and listen to Open Line with you.
There you go.
And I'm happy to call in today, and I just want to update your listeners and, of course, my constituents in the strong district of Harbour Grace, Port de Grave, of some new projects that we have recently approved. Actually, Linda, it's JCP time and SEEP time, and what that means, JCPs are job creation projects, and as well as the SEEPs are called Community Enhancement Employment Projects. And they are grants that organizations, would apply for to get funding for, and then they have the ability to go out and hire workers, to come and to work on these projects. And it's a win-win because, we get these projects complete. Also, it gives people an opportunity to get AI eligible hours then. So it's a win-win for everyone. So I'm happy to announce there are 4 JCPs that I have approved here for the District of Harbour Grace, Port de Grave. And I'll quickly list those. The Harbour Grace Culture, Innovation and Business Board. They've received just over $30,000, and that will give them, for example, 4 workers for 12 weeks. And so they're doing a lot of great things. We're gearing up for the Come Home year next year in Harbour Grace, the historic town. Also, the town of Harbour Grace, they've been approved for a JCP of just over $41,000, and that will give them 6 workers for 10 weeks. And what that is, the old ball field, if you just want to picture just along Harvey Street, there's an old ball field that was used back in the '92 Summer Games. Well, it's no longer used as a ball field, so they want to utilize that green space. We're going to transfer the community garden, which is in the location currently of the old courthouse, which of course has been bought by the private sector for a project, and move that over to where the current ball field is to create the community garden there, and to also create a walking space for a walking trail for residents and for seniors and for everyone to enjoy. So again, that's over $41,000. Also supporting our seniors in Bishop's Cove at the New Horizon Seniors Center in Bishop's Cove. They've been approved for just over $65,000, and this is for building renovations. And I have to give my hats off to Harvey Drover, Joe Peddle, Marina Smith, all those seniors. They're so active in this community center. They take a lot of pride in everything they do. And let me tell you, Linda, it means a lot when you can be a part of that, to see, to help them and to help them improve and to enhance their quality of life. And lastly, so far for the JCP, St. Paul's Church in Harbour Grace. Again, lots of ongoing renovations they've been doing, and I'm happy to say over $66,000 approved for them. So we've got, lots of activity going on here in the District of Harbour Grace, Port de Grave, and I encourage residents who are EI eligible and who are looking for some hours, top-up, people know them as top-up hours, to get in touch with these organizations because they will be needing workers, of course, to carry out, to conduct the work, to complete these projects. So what's happening?
I'm going to ask you this now, Pam. This sounds great, obviously, but
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, what happened to the ball field there in Harbour Grace? I remember well, I was up on the saddle when all that went down, and a beautiful facility was built there for the Newfoundland and Labrador Summer Games back in 1990 or 91. I'm trying to remember now.
92, yes.
92, there you go. I remember it all well. And so why, that kind of infrastructure, and a lot of money went into it at the time, how did that end up going by the wayside and not be used as a ball field anymore?
I guess that would be to really find out that answer. We'd have to really dig into recreation committees within the town. I guess like anything else, I mean, it's about enrollment and uptake, the interest. I guess for people to play, like you take for example Bay Roberts, they have an active softball leagues, men and women, and of course all around the metro area. I mean, I currently play softball, competitive softball, and I'm happy to say my team, we just won the provincial champions actually.
Congratulations!
Thank you. Yeah, I play with Team Paradise, but again, it's about the uptake, I guess, and people who are interested. So, I mean, I guess that would be the answer. I mean, if we don't have the interest there, for example, baseball has really taken off among our youth. We have a very strong the Bulldogs baseball facility in Upper Island Cove down there. That's in full swing, and it's a large association, and we have young players from all over CBN. You have players from Carbonear, from Harbour Grace play Upper Island Cove, and in Butlerville, another great organization called the Butlerville Bombers. So it's all about uptake and enrollment. And I do know, and Carbonear also, they have a great association down there, the Islanders. they're very active. So I guess it's about the uptake in the particular area and the interest.
Well,
Like
indeed,
anywhere
because
else.
the soccer pitch is still getting good use in Harbour
Soccer
Grace.
is big. Harbour Grace as well as Bay Roberts. They have large soccer associations, and that's really popular among our young people and the kids. I know when I was growing up, softball was my thing, and that was my favorite sport. Like I said, I'm still actively involved in that. And hockey, really popular here among our young people, and I'm really happy to see young girls involved in ice hockey, because when I was growing up, coming through the system, we played ice hockey in school, but now it's offered at the minor hockey level. And I mean, it's just brilliant to see these young girls get involved. I mean, young Shaylin Snow, for example, she's here from the Conception Bay North region. She's gone to play with the under 19, I think, Team Canada. You've heard of Shaylin Snow there, and she's doing so well, and she's such an inspiration to our little young females who are coming up through the system. And it's just wonderful to see, because, I mean, I'm not that old, but growing up, we didn't have that option. I didn't have that option going to minor hockey. I figure skated, but then, of course, when I was old enough in school, I played hockey, and I still play ice hockey today. So it's great to see, this recreation taking off, and I'm happy to say, to make this happen. I mean, there's a lot of volunteers that come together. Say, for example, the Cultural Innovation Business Board in Harbour Grace. They're a group of volunteers. Mr. Jack Rose leads that group at Harbour Grace, and it's volunteers that are making these things happen. And when you can help out and you can, get some money, come their way to help enhance these projects, it goes a long way for the community. And on that note, I just want to quickly get in some updates on what we've got going on with Coley's Point. As you know, we had a call in there recently. But the progress, I'm told that 85% of the underground site work is complete. Near completion at the new Coley's Point Facility School, such as the steel, the underground water, sanitary, those things. So it's coming along quite well, and I'm happy to say that myself and Minister Steve Crocker for Transportation and Works, we're soon going to go and take a tour of the new facility, which is adjacent to Amalgamated Academy in Bay Roberts, our new Coley's Point School. And some people will be invited. I think we're going to put the invite out to some media to come along and see what's happening. Mm-hmm. And again, another quick update, the Veterans Memorial Highway, that highway has been complete. We now have climbing lanes on that highway. Yeah, and I mean, hopefully, it will enhance safety, but really the due diligence and the responsibility is on drivers. We've got to take our time and drive according to the road conditions, the weather conditions, and, of course, the dark. Absolutely. We're getting darker earlier in the evening, and there are moose out there, so, let's take our time and, let's really take all that into consideration when we're behind the wheel.
Keep those speeds down. Pam Parsons, thanks.
Thank you so much, Linda. I look forward to talking with you again soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thanks.